Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Let's do it again because I really need some prayers today. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So I got some poster paper. I cut out some rectangles and I put together a Mondrian square. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the right adhesive glue to use for that, so I'm using tape, and it was a little bit less sightly than I had hoped for, but I hope to find the right picture frame to put this in to kind of hide all the tape marks on there. But it's a good start. And it wasn't that hard to do either. You could just put the paper into a paper cutter, measure it out, and it was not that bad to do actually. And the Mondrian square is now my favorite thing to make. When we finally leave the planet, I think a Mondrian square art piece should be the flag representing the entire Earth. I really do, uh, because a lot of math concepts go into it, right? And we're going to need that kind of math to eventually leave the Earth. But unfortunately, my good fortunes have kind of started to fizzle out, unfortunately. You guys may remember I was in a supercharged mood for the better part of 2 months, in large part because I was hiding from some things. My ex girlfriend had gotten married. Not that I was upset or I haven't even really thought about her for many years. I wasn't upset or jealous or anything. I just didn't want to think about it. And it forced me to think about other stuff, especially the art projects, especially my work here at the college, and a few other things. It just kind of forced my mind elsewhere to divert the attention. And for some time, that's how I lived. And so, to give you an idea of how bad or how good the situation was, it was kind of weird. I would be in a good mood, but didn't remember why I was in a good mood. And so I didn't think that would last forever. But I didn't expect it to end so abruptly either. That's the other problem, right? I knew it wouldn't last forever. I was hoping for I was hoping for a soft landing, if you will, of the good mood into a normalcy, right? Right. I wasn't expecting that, right? And yesterday, I think what really hit me was yesterday watching the anniversary of September 11th and hearing all the stories of family members who were involved in it. And I, I think that was what hit me. I'm not sure. But yesterday was kind of the turning point for this whole situation. And so I once again tried to drown myself out in the art projects, but unfortunately, I'm running out of steam. Earlier today, I was shopping at Walmart for some art supplies when one of the associates there really startled me, and I was upset. And as I left the store, I shouted an f bomb at him. And I don't know if it was his manager or somebody comes chasing out the door. Excuse me, who do you think you are? And I decided not to answer him because I was already in a bad mood and I didn't want to escalate the situation anymore. And so I just kept walking and pretended not to hear him. I think that was the smart thing to do because I don't know uh, how I would have felt, how he would have felt. And so, and then I had a student who kind of ticked me off today, and I was very rushed in answering him. And he got the answer he wanted, but I felt like I could have been a little bit more patient with him. Now, something interesting happened yesterday, and I got to be thankful for this. I've been talking a lot about developing mouth sores. I've had 5 or 6 mouth sores in the space of a year. Yesterday, as I was getting ready for bed, I can feel a mouth sore coming on. And I prayed as hard as I could. I told God that, I really need to get back to my teaching tomorrow. If you allow this mouth sore to heal tonight, I promise I will return 1,000 times the favor in what I do at my job at Central Arizona College at Rio Salado. And I told God if He needed to give me a mouth sore, to give it when I finally get a chance to go on vacation. I got family in Taiwan. I got a friend to visit in Poland. And if I get a mouth sore there, that's fine. I really need to control my eating habits when I'm away. I have a tendency to overeat when I'm exposed to foods that I like over there. And so I told God, you can give me back double the mouth sore when I get a chance to go to Taiwan. I promise I'll have to go visit my grandmother sometime anyway. And so I promised God that if He would take away the mouth sore, I would I would return that 1,000-fold in my teaching. And I promised to visit my grandmother, and He can give me the mouth sore then. And I went to sleep, and I woke up, and the mouth sore was gone. And I remembered what I had promised God, and I did as much as I can today. But I still lost my patience with that one student. But I still answered his question. I just need to get better rest myself. And so please continue to pray. That prayer really worked last night. I don't know if it was the right way to answer to God. Please just let me do 1,000 times my teaching, and give it back to me when I visit my grandmother. If you feel you need to give it to me, right? And I promise I'll control my eating when I'm in Taiwan as well. Right? That's what I said to God. And I woke up and the mouth sore was gone. But unfortunately, I still lost my patience with the student and with the associate at Walmart today. And I still had a pretty decent art piece. I feel kind of guilty now. I don't know what happened. I was in such a good mood for 2 months, and all of a sudden the bubble popped. Suddenly. I knew it was going to end. I'm not going to hide away from my problems forever. I just didn't expect such a crash landing. I was expecting a soft landing. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.